Hello everybody, welcome back. We're trying to get coins so that we can move on to the next chapitre of this game where we play as Marge. So now I'm doing the part of the game where I break stuff and then don't try and get caught by the police. So it's kind of tedious and kind of boring and not that fun. So I thought that while I do this, I would talk more about how Galaxy-wide Productions is evolving. So, as you may know, we recently, or not recently, but a few months ago, we kind of took a step away from doing full-time podcasts, which at the time was met with a little confusion because that's what we were doing and that's what we were making money on, and that's what we made our bread and butter doing. And it kind of drew a few question marks from people. Well, understandably. I mean, it didn't make a lot of sense. We didn't really talk about it a lot. We just kind of started releasing videos. So the first thing that I wanted to say was, if you're watching, thank you for watching, thank you for sticking with us through this change. We felt like we had to start making content because we were creative people, and creative people need to create. When you can't create and you want to, it's a really, and I don't know if, I'm sure you people out there, some of you are creative people who go through this. When you want to create and you can't, it's a very frustrating process. Like, we had equipment, we wanted to create something that we could put our names on and release to the world and let people know who we were. You know, that's part of the process, is getting your name out there and getting feedback. So we got a lot of feedback, and we got to kind of build a little audience before we changed what we were doing. And we had feedback, and we got to hear what people thought about us and what people thought of the work that we were doing, which was really cool. And then we decided that we worked better in a format that allowed us to do visual things. You know, video games are something that we like, but you know, we wanted to move towards live action stuff too. So we got equipment to do live action stuff, and we got equipment to do video game stuff, so that we could kind of continue this casual podcast environment that people like. And if people don't like this, then they can, you know, if they don't like the videos that we put out, maybe they'll still like us. Maybe they'll watch and listen for us. That's something that we consider too, you know.
Just a few more.
But the other thing that occurred to us is that, just in general, in terms of a podcasting audience, the people who are gonna watch or listen to us are gonna come with us to the format change. They were gonna watch the videos, and they were gonna listen to the content, and they were gonna do all that stuff. Because if they liked the content before, it behooved them to kind of, you know, continue to follow it. I mean, we didn't change. We're still the same people, so if you like the people we were before, we just kind of put a video in front of us talking, which is not anything, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, a lot of people do that. It's a huge business. I'm not trying to say that we're trying to cash in on a big business or anything, but what I am saying is that we thought that we worked in we could benefit from a format change. And then we could grow if we didn't have to just rely on our voices, if we had to do more intense edits, or if we had to do more, you know, creative projects, you know, and that allowed the creative part of us to grow, which is good. It's good to grow. Growth is important, and a lot of people do the same thing for 10 years, and that's fine. There's people that work in a factory until they get their gold watch. Their whole lives they'll work in one factory. I'm not that kind of person that could do one thing forever. You know, I've been doing podcasts for a long time, just because I wasn't doing them with Galaxy-wide Productions. I've been doing podcasts since high school. They're not challenging for me anymore. Lisa Lionheart, a little doll that she made, you know, they weren't that challenging for me anymore. And I felt it, and JR noticed that I wasn't as excited as I was about the project before. So we talked about it, and we decided that if I was going to be interested in doing video and I was willing to take on the work and he was willing to take on some of the work and make something new together, that we could try it and see how it goes. So we're trying it. We're seeing how it goes. You know, if it fails and we have the worst case scenarios, we go back to doing podcasts, which is not the end of the world. As we both liked it, I just felt like we could do more. That was the entire goal of Galaxy Web Productions, was not to do one thing good forever. It was to fail. And to not fail. It was to try new things and get out there and make mistakes. You know, get into new mediums. You know, have people yell at us for making bad videos. You know, the only way that you get good at something is if you do it. Like, if you ask anybody in your field, anybody not in your field, how do I get a job doing what you do? Like, how do I get to be the partner at a law firm? Just do your job. Like, just keep doing it. Like, there's no book that says, hey, if you do this right, you can be rich and famous in a week. No, you can't. You have to work hard at what you want to do. So if the thing that you want to do is experiment with a new medium, then what you have to do is you have to just throw yourself into it. Do research, you know. Make sure that you're comfortable doing what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, what are we talking about? Like, if you want to do something and you're passionate about something and you want to do it because you want to do it, then just do it. Like, Alan Watts is really awesome. If you ever listen to him speak, he's great. And I'm someone who like pays super attention to public speaking, and I do some public speaking gigs sometimes. The best thing I ever heard him say was, he talks to people. He talks to his students and he asks, what do they do if money were no object? And he says, they'd be painters, they'd be authors, poets. You can't make any money that way. Sorry. And he asked one person, he said, what would you like to do? And he said, I'd like to live an outdoors life and ride horses. And so he'd ask, you want to work in riding school? And then finally get to something that they really, really wanted to do. That someone was really passionate about, and he'd say, do that, and forget the money. Because if you do something you love doing, you can get really good at it, and then you can be a master at it, and the best way to make money at something is to be a master at something. But the only way to get there is to do it. He goes on to talk about how we get into jobs and we perpetuate a society where we're supposed to do things and keep doing things. We get in a job we don't like, which is to keep doing a job that we don't like, which is to keep living a life that we don't like living, which is stupid. Which I agree. He says it way more eloquently than I am, because he didn't have to fend off a wasp cam with hockey pads. But like I said, you know, he's really right. Like, if you like something, you just gotta do it, man. Like, you gotta go out there and you gotta try and do your thing. Like, I really wanted to get into video for a long time. I want to get into live action stuff. In front of and behind the camera. Am I a good actor? Hell no. But I'm gonna suck a lot. And then I'm gonna get better at it. The only way to get better at something is to do it and fuck up. And fail. And have someone tell you that you're shit. And that your stuff sucks. And that you need to get better at what you do. Like, there's honesty to people who don't give constructive criticism. There's honesty to that. It's not valuable. Like, if I ask what's wrong with this video and someone says it sucks, that's not helpful to tell me what's wrong with the video. But it's honest because it tells me that I can do something better. Or that person just doesn't like it. Or I'm trying to appeal to the wrong audience. Or there's people who will like my content, and I just have to be patient and let them find me. You know, but there's honesty to that. So it's fine if I get a million comments on a video that they hate it. Because that means that the next time that I make a video, I'm going to try and make a better video. And I'm not trying to make it better for money. I'm trying to make it better because I want to get better at the thing that I want to do. Obviously, the goal of anything in life there's always a goal. Whether the goal is that I get rich and famous, or the goal is that I become the next Martin Scorsese, but I'm broke is a bad joke. It doesn't matter to me. You know, obviously money has to be a thought because you can't live without money. But if you told me that I could basically have all my needs met and have enough money to go to the movies once in a while, and I got to be really good at the thing that I like doing, why wouldn't I fucking do it? Because I want a better paying job? If I could do this for the rest of my life, if I could edit videos and play video games and do podcasts and shoot little shorts and eat hot wings for the internet and burn my tongue, or I get paid 3 times that amount and work in a cubicle all day, I would do this job in a minute. I really would. That's a real thing. Like, I'm not lying about that. You have to like the things that you're gonna do, especially if you're gonna do them for a long time. Like, how silly would it be if you spent your whole life doing something you hated because you had to, and you knew that you could do something? Now, there's people out there that are gonna tell me, you know, hey man, I got a family to support, and I got bills to pay, and I got a mortgage, and I made my choices. And you're right, you've made your choices. But there's people out there that are younger. There's teenagers and young adults listening that still have their entire future in front of them. They can do whatever they want to do. They should do whatever they want to do. They should find the thing that they like and try and make a habit and try and get better at it. You know, like, it's not silly. It's not silly if you want to dig. If you want to dig ditches, it's not silly. If you're gonna be happy digging ditches, go dig ditches. If you want to drop out of high school and then become a cosmologist, like, you need to be pretty smart to be a cosmologist. Like, they don't, just because you can braid some hair doesn't mean that you can do that. But hey, man, or woman, sorry. If that's what you want to do, go do it. Like, be happy. Do it and be happy. But you gotta do it and you gotta practice to get really good at it to the point where you could get paid a lot of money to do it. So it's okay. The whole point of this video is it's okay if you suck. Like, it's okay to suck. Like, I suck at this game, which is why I'm driving around Springfield talking about people's futures while I try and collect 1 coin at a time. And that's fine, man, because either people are gonna like the fact that I was trying to be real with them, or they're gonna hate it, and they're gonna let me know, and then I won't make another video like this. Easy like that. And that's the way this works. Like, the creative process, that's how this works. You do something, you try it. If it doesn't work, you move on and you learn from your failures. That's how anything works. Just because the first time you did something it wasn't great doesn't mean that every time you do something it's going to be a terrible failure. You know? That's my advice. I have a hit and run. Right now, if I get hit with a hit and run, the problem is I'm gonna lose 50 coins, and I'm already almost at 200, so I don't really want to lose 50 coins right now. Did I get there? Yes. All right, I'm going to the observatory to buy the last outfit, and then I'm moving on. I think the last outfit was 200. If it's 250, I'm gonna be a little sore. A poor kid needs a sick day. But yeah, I mean, that's basically, somewhere in there I talked about why we changed formats, and that's exactly it. We both wanted to get better at what we do. And the logical step is to not just have a business card that says that you edit audio. You know? Which was kind of silly for a while for us to have that. To be like, oh, we're audio people. I've learned more in the last month than I did in the last 12 when it comes to video and audio production. And that just comes from me trying to do it and trying to get good at it. And if I didn't try and I didn't make mistakes and I didn't mess up videos, there's videos that have big mistakes in them that you will have let me know. And that's okay. Like, alright, I took them down and I fixed them. There's no problem there. JR was a little mad, but I mean, okay, I need to change cars because I got hit in a visible wall. He wasn't mad at me because the video was messed up. He was upset because we both knew that we both could have done better. Like, he could have done better screening for it, and I could have done better at making it. But we're mad at ourselves, not each other. That's how the process has to work. You make mistakes, you get better at it, you move on, and you learn from them. But it's important to learn from them. You're not going to be perfect. Things are not going to be easy. There's going to be more adversity than answers most of the time. So it's important to know that when you get into anything. It's going to be harder before it gets easier. Alright, I think that we have enough. And if we have enough, then we can move on to the next part, which is the level 4. Hello, Lloyd. Florida. We need 23 more. Ugh. Unbelievable. Where am I going to get 23 more? So if you, like, you know, back to what we were talking about while I go and grind out 23 more coins. Like, if you like what I had to say, let me know. Or if you have something to add to it, like, totally let me know in the comments of this video. Like, it's okay if we like different things and if we have different opinions. I want to know, like, I want to know what you guys think, honestly. Like, there's people that want you to comment because they want it to be a metric on a video so they can look at advertisers and be like, hey man, people comment on my stuff, I have an active audience. I don't try not to worry about the business part of it. Like, there's a business part of it, there's a business part to life. It doesn't mean that I have to involve every decision I make in the business. And not to peer behind the curtain too much, but in our professional relationship, it's normally JR that handles the business odds and ends. It's his business. He makes, you know, those tough choices because he's really good at it.
I hope I don't have to share this with
Oh look, we have all the cards, so we can go and get that ticket thing. We also have that bonus level or whatever.
Oh dear.
Oh, we didn't make it. Can we get put on that side of the bridge? Car's gonna blow up, so we need another like 15 coins, and I have no idea where to get them. Phone booth's destroyed. Oh man. Maybe we gotta drive back towards the Android dungeon again? Phew. This is kind of exhausting.
So much babysitting to pay for that.
41.
More.
Yeah, just a few more, and we'll be okay. Then we'll go into the next level with no cash. But in the next level, I have an idea of where all the coins are. Do 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 do.
Oh, Mom.
Oh, there's a pole that we can hit. There's one. We need 8 more. 1. That's 2. 3, 4.
Mia culpa.
Yes! Now, back to the observatory. A hard cut. That'll be good.
Kid power. Oh no! Ow, my hair.
Do. Do 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 do. All right, here we go. Florida! 0 coins. Yay, we did it. Alright, that's it. We're going to the next level. Thanks for watching. Bye now. The nerd car's not bad if you know how to use it, I guess. And then... Break, break, break. No, 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 no.